It's undoubtedly iconic. It's a beautiful picture. It's an incredibly intriguing picture because that image behind you is rightly famous, but the photographer isn't famous, and the tools that he used absolutely are not famous. So I had to sort of reverse engineer from Howlett's pictures the sort of camera he would have used.
So I have actually managed to have a picture taken of me with exactly the same techniques and style that Robert Howlett took of Isambard Kingdom Brunel.
Now, in the studio this morning, we've got Alan and Terry, two brothers, and Terry has got Alan's kidney.
I was diagnosed when I was 22. My mum and I, we left this consultancy room, we went straight to the library, got out a book, Allport syndrome, looked it up. It said a kidney disease, fatal, and I thought I was going to die. It's as simple as that. I thought, that's it, my life's over.
If you fly an aeroplane on your own, that's great, that's a sense of achievement. But when you give a ride to somebody else for the first time, and they get back on the ground and you see the big grin on their face and the amazement of what the world looks like from just a few hundred feet up, that's fantastic. That's you can't pay for that.
What do you remember of us as children? Nothing.
Nothing. And that's been heartbreaking.
In May 2004, my mum Claire tragically contracted a very rare case of viral encephalitis. Encephalitis is defined as the inflammation of the brain and caused my mum to forget a huge section of her life.
The timeline will give me a picture of my life, and it's a security that I'm really looking forward to.
Hiding? No, my children. There you are. Wow, you've just done this beautifully. It's just the family garden. It's a life I've forgotten, and so happy to have it back.
I didn't believe it for a second. I didn't think for 1 minute CJ would just disappear without contacting me. You don't think that anyone could just disappear out of your life without a second thought.
The television was on, his computer was plugged in, he was still on, his Facebook was still running. I just thought, well, where is he? He could have only just popped out, but this was like 2 days after.
I know he's alive. If he wasn't, he'd have been found by now.
As we continued into Honduras, things were getting dodgier, and people were staring more than usual. We only had one thing weighing on our minds.
So the real question is, whereabouts in Honduras are we actually going?
And then we found out where. San Pedro Sula, otherwise known as the murder capital of the world. An average of 20 people are murdered every day there, reportedly the highest in the world outside of a war zone. Soon a man with a gun entered and wanted a photo with us. For some reason we felt compelled to comply.
Tonight, we see our three finalists battle it out and become the champions of Live from 315.
Well, there were so many good things about that performance. You were committed to it.
The way the song was written didn't make it easy to sing.
Lights and action, strong attraction, afterglow, ready for the afterglow.
Hello and welcome to Detention. This is the game show that gets your brains ticking and your feet moving. Now remember, stay out of detention.
So these bands are playing for the chance to close the show with a 3-song encore set. To vote for our first band, the Novatones. Tweet us at the Encore Live with the hashtag #TheEncoreTheNovatones. To vote for our second band, Big Top 2 Ps, tweet us at the Encore Live with the hashtag #TheEncoreBigTop.
Well, who robs a man in the middle of the day? One who wishes to get a good night's sleep.
Where are you? Oh, it's the same every year, same competition, same winners, same second place.
All this for your marrow?
You know what people think about care homes? As nice as I'm sure it is here, this place isn't my home. I don't want to be here. And what you've got right in front of us is a big book that contains tickets out of this place.
I am giving you the opportunity to remove yourself, your history, and your entire social presence online with immediate effect.
Everything you've ever bought, everything you've experienced, everyone you've ever met.
I can't leave. Not yet. What about the promise I made to me ma?
Oh, and do you think your mom would want this life for you?
She lived it too.
I thought you were different. But no, you're just like the rest of them. You're made for this town.
It is with a heavy heart that I write to you. It appears that my friend and colleague, Mr. Edgar Allan Poe, is missing. His letters would lead me to believe that he may be residing in an old lighthouse at Rosehaven. Edgar, what have you done?
Life is but a story, Rufus. Who am I to contest? The darkness approaches ever faster.
Ah, you're a madman!